It's the Billy Revolution. It's up to you. Billy Revolution is what you gotta do. The Billy Revolution, a quadrilateral grow under your chin, not in the center though, 'cause it's the Billy Revolution. It's the Billy Revolution. It's the Billy Revolution. Billy Revolution. To episode 4, season 6 of The Revolution. I've been a bit concerned of late as I've heard a lot of talk about conspiracy theories and about fake news. And I think that we need to make sure we have a spot for rational discourse in our society. And I think that when people accuse me of having a conspiracy mindset about technology, something that has permeated the way we work, has changed the way we socialize, even to the point of greatly changing the way that we find a mate for life, and a number of other areas of living and community, to say that there is a conspiracy to put technology at a higher level than our day-to-day lives and the way that we lived our lives before the onslaught of technology is, I think, not very well thought out. I'd like to use as an analogy what has gone on in the last few years with the Black Lives Matter movement, as well as the First Nations, and the science that has gone into researching that different groups of people have been denied equality systemically and culturally for years. Now, if you'd asked people 8 years ago, if you'd asked people in power 8 years ago, they would say, oh no, black and white people are equal. Black people live their way, white people live their way, and it all just happens that way. But we're recognizing that we set up our institutions and our culture to have certain ways of benefiting people who are already in power. And I suggest to you that that is a type of conspiracy, even if it's a subconscious or even an unconscious conspiracy. We now have science to show us that people are disadvantaged because they are of a certain color or even a certain gender or a certain sexual orientation. And I think that that is like a conspiracy, even if it's an unconscious conspiracy. And I would argue that we are in the similar conspiracy about the importance of technology, about the idea that we're progressing by having everyone glued to screens all the time. And I don't think we are progressing, and I do think there's a conspiracy out there, be it unconscious, be it systemic and cultural, to deny the fact that we are making great sacrifices about our freedom, great sacrifices about our autonomy, about our individuality at the same time, about the way that our communities function. And I think that the Billy Revolution's here to remind you of the dangers of the screen and to remind you that you need to be open and listening to arguments and making up your own mind, not just sucking back what is being handed to you by the huge corporate behemoths that are basically deciding how you're going to work, how you're going to find your partner, how you're going to build community. I hope everyone has a beautiful week. I hope people reach out and spend some quality time one-on-one with people, of course, 6 feet apart. Thank you for listening to the Billy Revolution. You and I are quite alike. You drove your car, baby. I brought my bike. You know that it is such a funny game when we pretend we're just the same. Michelle and Marcus both have parents at a senior's home in a care home in Ottawa. and they're both concerned about their parents' well-being. And so Marcus has been going in and been reading 2 nights a week to his parent, and got them into playing some simple games of checkers. Michelle bought a bigger screen TV. They're doing the same thing. It's the Billy Revolution. It's up to you. Billy Revolution is what you gotta do. The Billy Revolution, a quadrilateral grow under your chin, not in the center though, 'cause it's the Billy Revolution. It's the Billy Revolution. It's the Billy Revolution. Billy Revolution.